episodes are booking. Everybody's looking, it's Focus on Cooking with Lorraine.
Hi, welcome to Focus on Cooking. Well, fall is here and we're going to do a lot of nice things during the winter, soups and stews and casseroles. Today we're going to do something sweet, but not too sweet. We're doing sugar-free New York Style cheesecake. So we're going to start out with our pan. Now this is called a spring-form pan, and it's because it has a lock on the side, and the sides actually, when you finish baking, can come off. I don't want you to run out and buy a spring-form pan if you don't have one. So you can use a large aluminum pan. Make sure it's large, and when you're using the aluminum pan, I would put it on a cookie sheet because the cheesecake batter rises. It may spill over the top. So definitely if you're using this kind of pan, put it on a cookie sheet. But I, of course, have a million springform pans, so this is what I'm using for today. You're going to butter the inside, bottom, and sides of your pan with butter or margarine. And you're going to take 1 cup of graham cracker crumbs, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I like to add cinnamon to graham crackers, gives it a really nice flavor. And you're going to melt 3 tablespoons of melted butter or margarine. You're going to mix it in your crumbs. Then you're going to spread it in the pan. I already did this. You're going to spread it around, bring it up the sides a little, and make sure you push it in firmly. Now, we'll put that aside. We're going to make our filling. You're going to use 2 blocks of cream cheese. Don't buy whipped cream cheese. You need the solid blocks. They're 8 ounces each, so it's a pound. 2 of those of cream cheese. And leave it out at room temperature for about an hour before you even start, because then it'll really beat well and be nice and creamy. And you're going to need 5 eggs. And what we're going to do is separate the eggs. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm sure most of you have already done this. So I've done 2 already. You're going to put the egg yolks in with the cream cheese, the whites separate. So you hit it a little, crack it open, and just put it back and forth until all the white is in one bowl, and put your yellow yolk in with the cream cheese. So we're going to do that. White separately. Try not to get yolk in with the white. And another little kitchen hint. If you get eggshell in your whites or in anything, you can't get it out with a spoon or your finger, it doesn't work. For some strange reason, you use a piece of the eggshell. It adheres and it takes it right out. So, we have our whites in one bowl. Put that on the side. And we have our egg yolks in with the cream cheese. We're going to beat that up until it's very smooth. And I already started beating this before we started the show so that it's nice and smooth. You're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and another hint, always use pure vanilla extract. Never use artificial or imitation vanilla. It has a terrible taste. And we're going to add a teaspoon of almond extract. Now, for some reason in the local dollar store, you can buy lemon extract and almond extract for $1. I don't know why. They don't carry vanilla though. We're going to put that in. And even though I say this is sugar-free, you need some sweetness to it. You can use an artificial sweetener. You can use a powdered sweetener, but I prefer for baking granulated sweeteners. I'm not allowed to give you the names, but it sells in a bag like this in your grocery store. They sell brown sugar and white granulated sugar. And on the back, they'll tell you the amounts. You use half of it, it equals a regular amount. I'm only going to use 1/4, and I'm going to put that in. You don't need things too sweet to taste good, especially cheesecake. You want to taste the taste of the cheese. So we're going to mix that in. So we have our cream cheese, our egg yolks, our extracts, and our sugar. We're going to mix that in. And to that, because you want it to be a heavy New York style cheesecake, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. So just sprinkle that in. Okay, now we're going to really beat that up. Okay, now we're going to beat up our egg whites. That you have to do with clean beaters. Never, ever, for any recipe that calls for egg whites, use beaters that are dirty. So I'm going to bring these to the sink and wash them off, and I'll be right back. So I'm beating my egg whites, and you have to beat them on high until you see that they double in size and it starts to get stiff. The way you can try that is when you're beating it, if it stays like this, they're ready. Now you could beat your egg whites first before you beat the other filling, and that way you don't have to wash them. But if you leave the egg whites beaten out too long, they flop. So we don't want to do that. We're going to heat our oven to 275 degrees. It's going to bake for a long time, an hour, actually 70 minutes, at a 275 degree oven. Then you're going to shut your oven off, but don't touch the cheesecake, leave it in for another hour. After that second hour of just sitting there, it's ready to go in the refrigerator overnight, and you're going to have a heavy New York style cheesecake that's delicious the next day. What I want to talk to you about is folding. You have to incorporate the egg whites in with the yellow egg and cream cheese mixture. You just don't pour it in mix and beat like this. You'll ruin everything. So it's called folding. Put a little in. It's nice and fluffy, as you can see. And you're going to very gently, don't beat it, don't mix it hard, very gently fold it in like this. You put the spoon in and you bring out the bottom. That way it stays fluffy. The egg whites stay nice and light and fluffy. Okay, we're going to add the rest. And again, we're going to fold it. This is called folding method. And if you're making a souffle, actually you do the exact same thing with souffles. Personally, I don't like souffles, so I never make them. I'm a cheesecake person. Once you feel it's folded in, and you don't have to do it constantly and totally mix it, you're going to pour it into your pan. Oh, I forgot something important. Sour cream. Let's put in some sour cream. 1 cup of sour cream. We're going to fold that in also. How could I forget an important ingredient like that? Fold it in gently, just as you did with everything else. And then you're going to pour it into your crust, your graham cracker crust. Like that. And get it all. Now when this bakes, it's going to puff up. And as it sits in the oven for that second hour with no heat, it'll deflate a little, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So don't be nervous if you see that happen. Very carefully stir the top. And here you are. This is our cheesecake. Be careful not to bang it because you don't want it deflated. Place it in the oven carefully. And as I said, bake it for 70 minutes. What I do is I bake it for 10 and then I bake it for 60. And then shut the oven off, let it stay in there 1 hour, and you have a New York style cheesecake. All right, now I'm going to show you our finished product. I made a cheesecake yesterday. It's been in the refrigerator overnight. So let's see how good this looks. Look at that. Golden brown on top. Sometimes it stays a little white. Sometimes it gets brown. It depends on the oven temperature, on the kind of day it is, believe it or not. What you do is take a flat knife and just loosen the sides like so. And you're going to open up your springform pan like this. Lift that off, and you have a delicious cheesecake. We can decorate it a little too. Let me cut a piece for you. We'll cut a little wedge so you can see how it looks. And I know you're going to want to dive into it. It is so good. There we go, a New York style cheesecake. And let's decorate it a little bit. You can put canned cherry filling, blueberry filling, apple filling on it. Or you can put, I like fresh crushed pineapple or canned pineapple on it. What I'm doing here is just to decorate it for you. I have a large strawberry. This is called fanning. You don't cut all the way through. You leave your stem on the top and make 4 cuts just before the stem. And then you're going to fan it like that. And you could put it on the top or on the side. That's a fanned strawberry. You can put whipped cream. And there you are. There's our finished New York style cheesecake. Now, kitchen hints for this week. Cranberries are in season. It's fall, and I like cranberries in muffins and breads and other things. If you like cranberries, look for them on sale because it's Thanksgiving and Christmas time, holiday time. They're going to start to have sales at the stores. They can be frozen up to 1 year. So I always have a bag of frozen cranberries in the freezer. Another kitchen hint that my daughter-in-law gave me years ago. Take a pot, fill it with water, halfway filled, and put in cinnamon sticks and cloves, orange peel. If you ate an apple, save the peel from the apple and the core, put that in, bring it to a boil, then turn it down to simmer for half an hour. And the smell in the kitchen and the house is unbelievable. Be careful not to let the water drain down and evaporate. If you have to, add a little more water. It's a great smell in the kitchen. Makes you feel like fall is really here. And that's it for today. Next time, we're going to do 3 appetizers because the holidays are here. We may go to someone's house and you'll be asked to bring something, or you'll have company. 3 easy appetizers that are delicious and easy to make. You're going to love them. So I hope you tune in then. Bye.